The year is 2072. On a routine scouting mission, Martian explorer Samuel Sterling gets lost during the mother of all sandstorms and takes shelter in a cave of violent light. When he awakens, it is the year 7000. Strange creatures and dangerous enemies have overtaken our solar system. Humanity is on the verge of extinction. If there is any hope for Sam to return to his home, he must become the hero humanity needs. He must become Splendid Sam. Starring the voice talents and writing of Sam Fowler as Splendid Sam and Maxwell. Tonight, episode 387, for a dozen quid of platinum. We join Sam on the scorched surface of the volcanic moon of Io, where he and his robotic sidekick Maxwell have been shot down by the space armada of the Magma Empire. I feel I must congratulate you on a truly successful crash, sir. The Starhound appears to have remained entirely in one piece this time. They say to use the gifts you've been given. What's the damage, Maxwell? How long until we can get the Hound in the air again? It will take at least a day's work to seal the hull breaches. The bigger problem is that the drive core's subtectic crystal evaporated when its containment field was breached. That's going to make things difficult. You're sure it evaporated rather than simply shattered? I'm afraid so. It reverted back to its proper plane of existence. Wonderful. The last thing we need is the veil thinning too much here in dealing with a subtectic invasion. We aren't exactly in friendly territory as it is. The Hound scanners indicate no unusual activity in our surrounding area. I will continue to monitor the situation as best I can. Speaking of hostile territory, where are we? Sam turns on the computer. The display flickers wildly until he gives it a good shake and the image stabilizes. He grimaces as he pulls up their current location. It appears we have crashed right where you intended, in the wasteland between the Magma Empire and the Grand Duchy of Flame. Like I said, my skills at crashing are a gift. Unfortunately, neither the Empire nor the Duchy are very friendly to us at the moment. Given how we Shadows have offended, nor the relationship have mended, I cannot say that I blame them. But it has been almost an Earth year since you stole the Lemniscate of Silence from the Grand Duchy, and the Magma Empire has just now shot us down. That heist was one of my better capers, wasn't it? I've still got a scar from that fight with that Scyther. But maybe the Duchy's forgotten already. After all, it has been a year. If that's the case, then they have forgotten to rescind the bounty. But they also didn't just blow us out of the sky. Which means that the ones that did will expect us to run for the Duchy. We'll go say hello to the nearest Magmamium settlement to see if we can scrounge up a fresh subtectic crystal. Always the hard road for us. Remind me again why I stick with you. Your previous owner thought you talked too much and gave me a good deal. He recommended I take out your speech regulator, which is still in action. Oh, hard-hearted master. I take you sightseeing, don't I? Come on, let's get suited up. Sam and Maxwell squeeze through the cramped interior of the damaged Starhound to the airlock. The robot assists Sam as he pulls on his spacesuit and ensures that his helmet is properly secured. Sam arms himself with his plasma pistol and ensures it's fully charged. Beside him, Maxwell removes his head and installs it on a more durable combat chassis. They open the airlock and crawl out onto the barren surface of Io. The inky black sky is tinted an ominous red from volcanic activity, and ash falls from above like a gentle sulphurous snow. Sam checks his wrist computer and points. The nearest settlement is a 50-kilometer hike. That'll take us 3 hours with the jump jets, assuming we don't get bogged down fighting the local wildlife. I always assume the worst. 6 hours minimum. Such pessimism! I bet you 12 quid of platinum that we make it in 5. Since my programming does not allow me to decline the bet, you're on. Sam takes a few steps away from the Starhound, testing the lower gravity, and then, with a few short bounds, leaps into the air. The jump jets on his back fire, catapulting him dozens of meters into the air. The land around him is a hellscape, littered with gas vents and trails of magma lazily oozing across the arid moon. The local landscape has only a little plant life, a very good thing. Where alien flora thrives, so does alien fauna, and alien fauna is rarely friendly. He reaches the apogee of his graceful arc and comes down to the ashen surface, jets softening his landing. He turns just as Maxwell's heavy combat body lands a few meters behind him. See? That 12 quid is as good as mine if we keep moving. Help, masters, help! My oil dries up. I fear I will not make good time. Sam laughs and takes his next leap. It was going to be one of those days, but then for the two of them, it nearly always was. An hour into the trip, Sam notices that the surface of the moon is now dotted with plant life. Alien vines whose tendrils writhe and rove, searching for fresh lava to leach precious nutrients from. Soon stalks of purple vegetation like alien bamboo, topped with bulbous blood-red clusters of fruit, sprout from the shallow volcanic soil. It forms dense patches that Sam instinctively knows that it's best to avoid. Weapons out, Maxwell. We've got an alien ecosystem here. Do you recognize any of these species? Negative. None of these species are in my database. I advise caution as there appears to be adequate biomass to accommodate animal life. And where there are herbivores, predators are sure to follow. Stay alert. Sam lands a jump with a gentle thump. The nearest vine reacts to the vibrations and wriggles in his direction like a serpent. He draws his pistol and fires a single ring of brilliant green plasma into the creeper. Despite their adaptation to high heat, the plasma incinerates the end of the feeler and it retracts with a twitching motion. I do hope that they will prove no harm. To robots, I mean. Hey, what about humans? Before Maxwell can answer, an alien creature leaps from the nearest patch of bamboo. Silvery silica fur covers its body and it has 6 legs surrounding a single toothy mouth the size of a man's head. Sam snaps off a shot, but misses as it attaches itself to Maxwell. The robot's combat chassis spins as he tries to get a look at the vicious attacker. Sam leaps to Maxwell's aid and rips the creature from his sidekick, throwing it to the ground. He puts a ring of plasma through its core, and it shudders only once as death embraces it. The wildlife seems friendly enough. We should probably keep our distance from the bamboo whenever possible. Maxwell's hands probed the puncture marks where the creature's teeth had pierced his steel plates. Aliens are so forward in their affections. Let's away before some worse mischance befall us here. I couldn't agree more. They continue on their journey. Sam keeps his pistol at the ready as they head deeper into the alien biome. They kill nearly a dozen more hexa spiders, dispatched with brutal efficiency by Sam's plasma pistol, or else eviscerated with shards of crystalline light by the photon repeater built into Maxwell's combat chassis. The biome comes to an end when they reach a large lava field. There's more melted rock here than there is land. We'll have to be precise with our jumps. Allow me to go first. I may survive an errant landing where your adventures would almost certainly reach their conclusion. Take warning by me and my path. Good plan. And looking at the chrono, I think we are making very good time. You're going to owe me that 12 quid. More things can go wrong the next hour, Samuel, than have been dreamed of in your philosophy. Like that magnanium assault craft over there. Maxwell's head spins in a circle before alighting on the wreckage. I shot down that very craft approximately 7.54 seconds before the Hound was hit. Observe how precisely I disabled its engines. I do not believe you pay me enough for my skills. I don't know why I pay you at all. Presumably so that you can force me into taking your asinine bets. Very funny. Come on, let's go look for survivors. Sam prepares his jump jets, but notices that Maxwell has crossed his arms. The robot's body language is harder to read in the combat chassis, but even so, the discontent is obvious in his posture. Do we have a problem, Maxwell? I do not advise this course of action. Any surviving crew will mostly seek revenge, and, as a human, you are quite easy to kill. No one has succeeded at that yet. Survivors may need our help. Shooting someone down in a battle is one thing. After the fact, it's just offering a little human decency. Human ethics do not demand that one puts oneself in danger in order to aid an enemy. Yeah, well, it's my choice. The solar system is short on basic humanity rights now, so I'm going to offer it, even to alien interlopers. The robot is silent for a long moment, as if it took time for the foreign and strange idea to work through its circuits. Yet do I fear thy nature. It is too full of the milk of human kindness. The robot goes still and seems to still be deep in thought, but slowly its posture relaxes and it uncrosses its arms. Very well. I will lead the way so that your human kindness does not end in our deaths. Sam smiles as the robot pushes him aside and jumps toward the ship. Slowly but surely, Maxwell was coming around to his way of thinking. We'll return to Splendid Sam soon, but first, a word from tonight's sponsor, Red Spot Soda Company.
Howdy, pilgrims. In these rough and tumble days, a fella still needs something honest to cut the dust and to slake his thirst. Well, the good folks at the Red Spot Soda Company heard your call from the Red Sands themselves. Straight from their new bottling plant right here in Arizona Colony, Mars, comes the one true taste of home. Red Spot Cherry Soda. That's right, fellas. Bottled on Mars. They draw the purest water from the deepest Martian aquifers, add real mouth-watering cherries grown right here in orbit, and then carbonated under our pale red sky. The result? A bright ruby red soda with a fizz so lively it'll clean the rust right off your aft. One frosty bottle of Red Spot, and you'll taste the difference clear across the solar system. It's cherry through and through, sweet enough to make a man forget his troubles, and tangy enough to remind him he's still alive. The kind of soda that turns a long haul to Saturn into a cool Martian evening and makes even the 2-bit saloon feel like home. Moms love it because it's the last wholesome drink left. Kids love it because it pops like a thumper. And you freelancers out there chasing the next paycheck, well, even on your worst run, a bottle of Red Spot won't break the bank. So the next time you're docked at Sirius or burning hard for Venus, reach for the big red bottle with the famous label. Tell the barkeep you want Red Spot, the cherry soda bottled on Mars by the Red Spot Soda Company. Red Spot Cherry Soda. It's the one bright spot left in the whole blamed solar system.
We now return to Splendid Sam, episode 387, for a dozen quid of platinum. It takes Sam and Maxwell almost an hour to circumnavigate the gargantuan field of lava to reach the downed assault craft. Sam would never say it, but Maxwell's laser blasts had indeed been extraordinarily accurate. One to each engine pod, and the 400-ton spaceship had come down perfectly intact. At least until it had gouged a 200-meter trench across the surface. Its bow was lit by the angry glow of the lava field it now hung precariously over. How do we get into this thing, Maxwell? According to my databases, magnanium ships have dorsal airlocks. I will lead the way. A series of careful jumps landed them on top of the assault craft. They pick their way down its length. As they pass one of the damaged engine pods, Maxwell points at it and turns to give Sam a look. Why are we stopping? I was admiring my handiwork and thought you might like to join me. Sam stares at his robotic companion, pretending he has no idea what the machine is talking about. It is best not to let success go to their circuits. Humans are insufferable. Either way, it appears that our entrance is hanging out over the lava. Maxwell, you've been with me long enough to know that's just the way these sorts of adventures go. He's truly valiant that can wisely suffer. Now you're getting it. Help me get this hatch open. They cut open the airlock and enter the ship. Magmaniums build their ships out of synthetic stone, smooth and black like polished onyx. Sam has only been on one such ship before, and escaping from it had been one of his most harrowing adventures. Today, he and Max are breaking into one. Maxwell leads him through narrow corridors towards the bridge. It is a surprisingly small octagonal chamber. Alien machinery, made from the same smooth stone, is built into the walls. The crash had not been kind to the ship, and tangled cables draped from the ceiling as sparks shoot out of control surfaces. In the center of the room sits its sole occupant. A Magmamium heart, the core of those terrible monsters that build bodies of molten rock, sits cold and inert on a dais, connected to tubing. It is a lifeless black stone with eyes like red gems. At the moment, they are dark. Do you think it's dead? Magmamiums are difficult to kill. Drop this heart into lava, and this would turn into a very angry fellow. I assumed the ship's life support has failed, and was unable to supply it with lava, immobilizing it here on the bridge. I'd be angry if you shot me down too. Hey, you in there? Are you still alive? The red eyes suddenly burn with an inner light, and an orifice like a mouth lined with deadly diamond teeth opens on top of the heart. Sam draws his plasma pistol and coolly points it at the heart. Then he taps the side of his helmet. Translation didn't catch that. Maxwell? He has an accent that appears to be confounding the... As I was saying before I was so rudely interrupted, his accent appears to be confounding the translators. It is entirely possible that he is from the Magmamium homeworld, and not from our solar system at all. Can't you guys just leave humanity's one star alone? Why do they have to keep coming through the portals? Well, it appears he can understand us. Maxwell? I'm working on it. The secondary processor is pattern-seeking to see why the existing translation program is failing. The ship shakes violently and seems to shift its inclination. I would have thought you wanted for us to slide down into the lava. You'd reconstitute and we'd die a fiery death. I appear to be making progress. And there appears to be a common enemy outside. Maxwell, take our friend's heart with us. We wouldn't want him to become a dragon's dinner, now would we? Perhaps we should take him and feed him to the dragon. Things sweet to taste, proven digestion, and excellent distraction. No, we're getting him out of here because that's the sort of thing we do. Maxwell, pick him up. As you wish, sir.
Bring cautions. Being careful, goddess.
Sparks fly as cables feeding into the heart are severed. The Magmamium is silent, as if it is resigned to its fate of being Sam's luggage. Sam gestures and the robot follows them back towards the exit, stony black heart tucked under one arm. The ship shudders again, and the roar of an enormous beast can be heard reverberating through the hull. If you've got any other crewmates aboard this tin can, speak now or forever hold your peace. Time appears to be running out.
No. Inshallah alone.
At least the translation is getting better. That airlock is just ahead. My processes are adapting the existing program to the Magmamium's unseemly manner of speech. Very soon it will be a solved problem.
Guys, from an excellent pedigree, you glorified coffee maker.
Sam stops in his tracks. Magmamiums drink coffee? Doubtful. The program may be overzealous in its idiomatic translations. Turning down localization parameters. The wrecked ship trembles violently, now under a relentless assault.
You get us out of here before the dragon peels this ship apart.
He may have a point. Hurry! It's not far now to the exit. They reach the airlock and climb out onto the top of the assault ship. Sam points at the aft, where a nearly 80-meter-long black reptilian monster was using powerful claws to tear hull plates off the magnanium ship. But it's no ordinary lizard. Its limbs are flexible, almost tentacular in nature, and attempting to focus one's eyes on the creature makes it almost disappear from vision. Sam whistles. It really is a subtectic dragon, then. Must have crossed the threshold after our drive crystal evaporated. Followed its scent right to us like a beacon.
Such unnatural creatures do not belong in this plane.
On that, we are in full agreement. The dragon pauses its rampage and looks up at them. It shimmers and seems to shift in space, as if it is not fully real, but merely a projection from a distant dimension. But it is real enough to consume them, and in doing so it will gain the right to assert itself more fully on this side of the veil. Io was going to have a real problem on its hands very soon. Looks like I'm going to lose that bet after all. Maxwell, 12 quids of platinum to save your enemy and fight a subtectic dragon. I dearly wish you had been correct. Sam smiles as the beast takes to the sky, never taking its evil eyes from them. No. 12 quid is such a small price to pay.
Hey there, spacefarers. Tired of cramming your crew into those beat-up old hoppers just to make the run from Mars to Ceres? Well, Ceres Spaceworks has the answer you've been waiting for. The all-new Solar Line T-16. 8+ seats, full life support, responsive engines, and a silky smooth frameshift drive that turns every trip across the solar system into a first-class cruise. Built tough right here on Ceres, starting at just $740,000. The Solar Line T-16. Freedom to wander the solar system in comfort.
Thank you for joining us for episode 387 of Splendid Sam. Join us next time as Sam and Maxwell face off against the terrible might of the subtectic dragon in episode 388 with friends like these. This episode of Splendid Sam was produced as a stretch goal for the After Moses audiobook Kickstarter campaign. Thanks to all the backers that made the campaign a success. This episode was written by Michael F. Kane, narrated by Son of Sonnet, commercials read by Randy McCarten, music by Michael Harris, artwork by Venom Walter.